Greetings, everyone. This is Mythical Doc. I bring to you from my library World of Warplanes. This is developed by wargaming.net and is, I guess you could call it the sequel to World of Tanks. This one obviously focusing on the combat aircraft of the roughly World War II era. It really starts late World War I into the Korean War. Early biplanes to early jet fighters, or at least jet aircraft. And as you can see, I've got several different kinds of aircraft available to me. I got a couple of biplanes here, and this is probably the most advanced one that I've got. The Hawk 75M is a Tier 3. I haven't played a ton yet. There's several different nations in the game, just like there is in World of Tanks, and there's several classes of aircraft. Currently, there's only 3. There's fighters, whose job it is generally to take on other fighters. There's attack aircraft, whose job it is to bomb ground targets, and there's attack aircraft, who are generally supposed to go after the bombers, and often are also targets for the fighters as well. There were carrier aircraft in here when they originally released it, but I think those were removed because, I don't know, I guess they probably figured they weren't very good at what they did. Carrier fighters were kind of a combination of attack aircraft and fighter. There were fighters that carried light bombs, and I'm thinking there must have been some gameplay difficulties with that. So those were ultimately taken out. I think some of them might have been rolled into other classes. But as you might have guessed, this is a flight simulator, kind of an arcadey flight simulator. And as before, there's 10 tiers of aircraft. Just like in World of Tanks, there are 10 tiers of tanks, all with different performance specifications, different levels of firepower, stuff like that. This puppy right here is a Hawk 75M. This is an American aircraft. It's not one of the more famous ones, but that's because I haven't played enough to get some of the more famous ones. As you can see, it doesn't have a lot of hit points or a ton of firepower because I don't think I've upgraded it yet. But it's pretty quick, it's fairly nimble, and it can fly reasonably high. My pilot's over here. He's obviously not especially experienced yet. But let's get started. Now, of course, this being a flight simulator, this can be played on a joystick, which I'm currently doing. I've got my Logitech Extreme 3D Pro going here. And as in World of Tanks, you have these moments where you tend to wait. Not a lot of Tier 3 aircraft going on right now. A lot of fighters in here, huh? Apparently just not very busy at the moment. Wow, this is bad. There we go. It's usually a lot quicker than this, but I guess this is not a busy time of day. They give you these little tips. And let's go and start. And so you don't even have to take off, you just start airborne. There's all sorts of little ground targets. There's a lot of anti-aircraft artillery down there. There's usually an enemy base that needs to get blown up as part of your objective. You also win by destroying the other team.
Good hunting.
currently flying straight at the enemy base, it looks like.
Enemy contact.
Here we go. It looks like an enemy heavy fighter, which is not likely to end well, given my lack of firepower here. Let's try to get into position. We get these little lead indicators. You ideally want to lead your target when you start shooting at it. No smart weapons. You just have to point and shoot. Hope for the best. Luckily, this actually went fairly well because I had a lot of help shooting that guy. And now here's an enemy fighter. Fighters generally are the fastest and most maneuverable aircraft, and they have the weakest armor and hit points, so when they do get hit, they tend to go down fairly quickly. The attack aircraft and heavy fighters are much, much tougher. Let's try to get some more altitude here. Get way too low to the ground. They have this little boost here that you might have noticed come up. It's sort of an afterburner. You can only run it for so long. You know what, there's a fighter over here. Why don't I go after him? I got a slightly better chance of taking him out than the big guy. It is possible for friendly fire, so you got to be careful. I've accidentally hit some of my teammates on multiple occasions because in the frenzy of a World War II dogfight, you can sometimes lose track of everything that's going on around you. Critical hit. So I must have taken out like his engine or something, or damaged his wings. You get a critical hit, you usually take out... Oh, there we go. Nailed him.
First enemy destroyed.
Woohoo! You usually damage the fuselage or something. Something that affects the performance of the aircraft. Oh boy, we really got slaughtered. I'm seeing that I'm one of two people left still flying. Oh well. I killed somebody. I'm happy. I'm toast. So that's that. Not a bad round though, since I did at least take somebody out. I don't know exactly what that means, but I'll take it. So I didn't win, so I didn't get my little X2 bonus there that I would have normally gotten. Let me see, are there any upgrades I can currently buy? It doesn't look like it. I'm just shy of getting the upgraded engine. I'd really rather have the new guns. Just having more firepower is always a good thing. Let's jump back in there again. So as you can see, that's handled much the same way as World of Tank upgrades are. If I ever actually showed that to you folks. I don't know if I did, but it's a free-to-play game, so you can go out and get it. You can see for yourself. I'm just kind of advertising for these guys a little bit here. There is a third one in the works called World of Warships. It's going to handle, obviously, naval combat from the World War I through early Korean War, Vietnam era. But that's still a ways off. I believe that's still an alpha. Oh, now there's a bunch of tier 3s. Still hardly any heavy fighters or attack aircraft. I remember when I played this during the beta, and I really wish they let me keep my aircraft from the beta. I had actually gotten a premium Soviet aircraft. I believe it was an attack aircraft that had a really weird setup where the turboprop was actually in the back of the plane. If it's still available, I'll see if I can dig it up and show it to you. I strongly recommend playing this with a joystick. I've played flight simulators with the keyboard in the past. It doesn't go very well. I've even tried playing this with a mouse. I don't like the feel of it, so if you have a joystick, I would use it.
Good hunting.
I would show you some of the other aircraft types in the game, but I don't actually own anything right now because I like fighter aircraft, so you're stuck with what I've got.
Enemy contact.
So here we go. Oh good, it's an enemy fighter. I like it better when it's something I can shoot. And he's going down already. That looked like actually a collision. Yes, mid-air collisions are entirely possible. That's probably not a good idea since I just presented my backside to somebody. Taking hits, taking hits. Oh, this is entertaining. I must be right on top of the guy. Try and maneuver around him. This is not going to go well. Give me something else to shoot. Oh, great. Yeah, I'm toast. I'm on fire, and yeah, now I'm about to explode. I'm still apparently going straight up somehow. And here I come crashing back down to Earth. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. I don't think I survived that. And then you have this little spectator mode, so you can, when you do crash and burn, you can go and watch other players. That doesn't look very safe. Yeah, attack aircraft have a lot of guns. I'm sorry, not attack aircraft, heavy fighters. And they usually have one of these rear-mounted cannons, too. That's that. Let's just go back to the hangar. I've apparently got some Tier 3 Soviet aircraft as well. It's got little jet engines on it. Oh, this is premium aircraft, okay. Which you can get at the store here. Doesn't look like they have the one that I was thinking. Must have been something they were messing around with in beta. Alright, so. Let's play around with this little guy here with his rocket boosters. The premium aircraft are fully upgraded, so you can have all the experience go to the pilot, which has its own benefits. Or, I should say the crew. Some of them have more than just a pilot. And they also gain more money. I forget exactly what the percentage is, but I always love that you're just kind of hovering there at the start. You see I have my little afterburners there.
Good hunting.
So see, there's the boost. Kind of see some of the ground targets from here. They're marked.
Enemy contact.
All right. Ooh. See, that was a little quicker than I expected. A little rocket-powered
You're under
biplane.
anti-aircraft fire.
There's a collision there. You do actually get credit for taking someone out if you collide with them. Yeah, well, that was that.
Aircraft destroyed.
So that's World of Warplanes, folks. Again, free to play from wargaming.net. And my name is Mythical Doc, and I'll see you next time.